Hello and welcome everyone to another episode. Yes, so I've decided it's time to start work on the MSS. I was gonna say MMS. Yes, no, not the Minimus Moon Station. It would be the Moon Space Station. Yeah, there we go. Wow. Anyways, I've decided to add the main core module. I did add on the other side of the solar panel, like I was saying before, with the last MSS. Wow, I just totally, like, I'm probably not going to be able to get this out of my head for the rest of the station construction. MMS, yeah, great. Yeah, so no, I added on the last solar panel to it. Ooh, slow down. But yeah, with this launch, I'm trying to justify myself a little bit. This is not exactly the heaviest payload I've ever flown, and I'm pretty sure I could have redesigned this rocket in a way where I would be burning a heck of a lot less fuel, but I just decided to go ahead and go forth and just do this, whatever. And hopefully, I mean, not even hopefully, I mean, I know we're going to probably get there, so... I haven't really done much testing on this. I did add on these just to kind of justify these two little remote probe things here. You know, I just did that to kind of justify a ultra heavy payload, so that should, like, you know, at least justify a tiny bit. But so far, I have just been working on trying to get the fuel network going, and you know what, I can honestly say right now, we're looking pretty good now. I really can say that. We're looking really good, to be honest, and I'm thinking of starting some Duna missions here. I said in my last episode with basically, you know, leaving you guys with the tutorials that I plan on starting again. They are not going to be utilizing any of the refueling stations or anything like that, so I figured I should just mention that because I'm sure somebody or someone's going to think that I'm somehow, you know, going to say, okay, well, for those of you who are new to the game, build a big space station with lots of fuel in it, then dock up to it, and then go and do whatever you want. No, I'm going to do it one launch all the way to, you know, Eve or Duna or wherever, just to, you know, get everyone's feet wet as far as, you know, these interplanetary tutorials are going to, you know, really... I'm really going to try to encompass and try to pack everything into one tutorial as far as how to do everything, and, you know, basically try my hardest to make sure that, you know, basically everyone can kind of understand exactly what needs to be done. So I'm going to go into it a little bit more hardcore than my initial tutorials. I'm really going to try to get, like, the fundamentals in there so people will understand it better. But, you know, with, like, my docking episode that I created, I mean, I still get messages here and there that people say they can't dock, which I find to be funny, sort of, but I don't mean it in a bad way. You know, docking in this game isn't really an essential, but at the same time, it unlocks possibilities that, like, you otherwise would never have if you didn't learn how to do it. So, I mean, other than, you know, being able to build space stations and, you know, all that funky jazz that I do, so... But, you know, it's just kind of funny to me a little bit, but I can understand not knowing how to. I mean, I had to learn by myself. When they first added docking in the game, there weren't all these tutorials out there and teaching you how to dock. That was kind of like the main thing, I think, that made it even hard, because when they first like added docking into the game, I was still playing the game. Whoa, excuse me. Yeah, so I was just starting to play the game. You know, maybe I was a few months in. I can't really honestly give you a good answer about that. But, you know, Okay, no, I basically was only a few months in the game. I really didn't understand how to get to the moon. I didn't understand docking. I mean, I barely knew how to pee. So it was interesting, to say the least. So, let's see, what do we got on fuel? Yeah, we're gonna probably be able to do the entire moon burn on this mainsail, hopefully. I really don't see, I mean, this is a very, very light payload, so I don't really see any way that I would not be able to. The only thing I think I forgot to add was the power generators on here, but we do have solar panels on these little connectors. I just basically call them retrofitters, because if you need one, you can retrofit a small, a regular size docking port to a small, or, they come in handy. That's all I can say. The one thing I don't think I'll ever need is like a large to a small. I just don't see it really being useful. I was thinking about building one. Did I just screw up my moon burn? I don't know. Hold on, let's just try to see if we can fix this real quick. I don't know what just happened, because it was telling me I was basically 20 or so minutes away from doing my burn. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, I would have screwed up my burn. Just bring that down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, getting to the moon is easy too. I do have to say. I remember in the beginning when getting to the moon was like an accomplishment, like beyond extreme. Like you felt like, especially when you landed for the first time. I remember my actual first landing. I like nearly crapped myself. I was just, I don't know. I words couldn't even describe on how happy I was, but like I remember the next day I'm feeling like some strange sense of accomplishment. But, whatever. It was fun. Let's see, we need to do the burn at 17. Just get this thing lined up real quick. Turn on the RCS. We have way more than what we need, so I'm not too scared to burn a little bit. There we go. Whoa, I don't know what's going on there. Sometimes I get these weird graphical errors or something in this game. It's always kind of the same thing over and over and over again. But usually I don't really see anything too crazy, but yeah. But yeah, back to the tutorials, the episodes, and all that stuff. The Minimus base right now, not that it's in bad condition or bad shape or anything like that, not to alarm you guys. I just feel like I need to do some work on it, which basically after this episode and all that stuff, I'm probably going to start some work on it, because this thing is causing a lot of problems right now. Just silly things. I really don't understand it, but, I'm basically going to have to take it apart piece by piece, reattach them, and really try to iron out the kinks in it. I'm thinking last-ditch effort. There might be something involving, I'm just gonna quick save real, there we go, slow down. Last-ditch effort, I might end up having to redesign the HAB module portion of the base. I'm not certain on that though. The main reason is that I think I did design it a little off. I think I put the HABs just a little too close to the ground, and I think that was kind of partially my fault. I wanted them to be close, which they are, and I like that. But the drawback to that is I think they're actually so close that they're touching the ground, and because of that, that I like this. Because they're so close to the ground, I really think there's a problem with that, because of the fact that I think they're actually scraping the ground, or actually, touching it and affecting how the legs are actually sitting on the ground. So if that is the case, then there might be some serious problems that need to be reworked, which I'll probably end up landing another 4 HABs and just calling it a day if I have to. Last ditch effort. I mean, I am really just trying to work with what I got and make sure that I can just fix it that way. And if that's the possibility, then I'll just do that. I much prefer the easier option. There we go. So just get this thing slowed down a little bit. We got this set as a actually, I'm going to pull this side in. Let's see what the altitude is over here. It should be roughly 150. I put some of these things at like really awesome altitudes, and now the altitudes are slowly starting to deteriorate. Not like the game is screwing them up. It's just the simple matter of adding on new things to these bases, well, to these stations, I should say, just slowly starts deteriorating and screwing up the orbits. I don't know if I'm going to go through and actually kind of fix them. I was considering it, but at the same time, I don't want to further risk damaging the orbit. I would rather just kind of keep it as it is. I'm okay with that, even if it's off by, like, you know, 1 kilometer difference between one side of the orbit and the other. It's not going to, I'm not going to lose sleep over that, so. Let's see, I don't really need this. Just bring this over so we can set up a rendezvous. Now, I'm doing this a little bit the easier way. I think this is easier. I don't know about you guys, but I use this method more so than any other method, basically. I think it works a little bit better. Wow, we're actually kind of close to this. I wonder what the separation is. It's probably like maybe 100 kilometers or something. I don't know. But I use this method for docking. I think it works a lot better. Basically, I don't really, I just get into a stable orbit, and then afterwards I just use what I got and try to create a easier way that kind of is more fuel efficient. So let's see, this, even if it's not like 100% close, as long as I can get within like 11 kilometers, everything else just kind of falls into plan. There we go. So yeah, what else do I have planned? You know, the interplanetary missions, the one thing I really want to do, and I know I did this my last save, but I'm thinking getting a Duna mission up and going would be awesome. Basically a Duna base, once again. And I'm probably going to design it roughly the same way that I designed the other one, with just a few minor changes. The one minor change being, if this Minimus base really works out the way I plan, then what I will do is, alright, yeah, we gotta do our burn. I think that it was good. I don't know. We gotta pass this node in order to see what we got. Alright, I think we just gotta burn a little bit more. No, we need to burn the other way. Yeah, I usually close my node because I just would rather line it up by eye than rely on the numbers that this game gives you, because sometimes the numbers are a little off, you do the burn a little off, and then you end up with the orbit being a little bit, you know, this being a little bit screwed up. So, let's see, I'll use my RCS to just kind of knock it into place a little bit closer. But yeah, basically I'm going to use the Minimus base design that I'm using right now, send it to Duna, set it up the exact same way. I might just put a few solar panels on it or something just to keep it powered, and then start sending out other pieces that will also be attached to the base, because if the Minimus base thing works really well, then I'll send a sky crane there, I'll send you know, a big solar array there, and I'll do a lot of stuff. You know, I'll really get things just going and get things looking nice. And this doesn't just only hold for Duna as well, it would also hold true for Eve's moon. I'm not going to do Eve only because, I mean, I could do Eve, it's just I would need a very powerful sky crane in order to lift up these pieces, and the way that Eve is just basically the gravity there is so high that it really causes problems with, you know, parts and lifting up stuff and moving things around, and it really doesn't like that kind of stuff. I mean, you guys noticed from my rover mission that I sent there, I mean, I basically destroyed the rovers within... It took me longer to... I destroyed the rovers faster than it took me to even fly there. So, basically, I just don't see it as being worth it, in a way, as far as some of that stuff. So, whoa, I don't know why this thing why it does this, but sometimes it just freaks out. But the moon has been giving me a little bit of problems as far as landing on it, and I don't know how far we're actually going to go with the moon itself. The main reason is that every time I get close to the surface and I decouple sometimes, it basically, the game just like lags out like crazy, and I don't know what that is. I have a fairly decent computer, so it could not in any way, shape, or form be my computer. I mean, like, I'm almost certain, beyond a reasonable doubt, that it is not my computer. I experienced this before on my laptop, and I kind of just wrote it off as being lag from the laptop or something like that, but, it's like when you get stuff with a lot of parts being loaded in, you sometimes see this problem. We need to slow down. Less talking. There we go. But I've seen this problem, on my laptop before. I just kind of wrote it off, like I said. And I just don't know, basically what the problem is as far as why is it doing that. One could only guess. I think it might have to do with something with terrain generation in the game, or, something. I mean, I haven't really read up on the problem so much because I don't care that much to even really do it. Let's see, where is our node at? There we go. That's what we needed. So, flip around. I'll turn on that chase cam too, might as well. There we go. So we need to just line ourselves up. I can't really get a bead on where the station piece is that we need to dock up to. I think, let's see. I'll have to change craft here. Alright, where are we? I don't even see where we are. Usually you can see it as like a stationary kind of object. There we are. You gotta use the Milky Way kind of thing to see. So it looks like we just gotta go up. I'm not certain on this one. This is gonna be a little bit funky. I should have put some more... Okay, yeah, no, there we go. I can see the lights on it now. So we just gotta point up a little bit, and I think we'll be alright. Oh my god, this chase cam just kind of screws things up sometimes. Whoa, yeah, I should have really put lights on this thing. I don't know what I was thinking. So let's just get this thing docked up, and yeah, that should be... This will be our first module. I'm going to do the fine-tuning on this piece afterward, because I know somebody wanted to probably punch their monitor after all the fine-tuning and just OCD that I had about making sure everything was lined up. So let's see, fire RCS here. So I think we gotta burn... I'm trying to see where the node is. I think we just gotta burn down, and I think we'll get closer to it. Really hope we don't break anything. That's all I can say. Slow down. yeah, we'll knock this into the center. Oh my god, we're like barreling at this thing. Don't want to break anything now, do we? Oh my god, I don't know why I'm being such a derp when it comes to docking right now. There we go. I think I should really wait until it gets on the light side, but that's just me. Alright, I can see it now a little bit better. It's just the light is so faint, I can just barely make it out there. Alright, we're a little bit down. Just kind of swing this over a little bit, and I think we should be okay. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to line up perfectly, but I don't want to damage anything, so hopefully this works. Let's see, just speed this up. There we go. It's hard working with multiple velocities in different ways when you really don't know 100% where you're going. It kind of is a little bit of a problem. Let's see. Let's start moving towards it. I know that I probably aren't lined up very well. I'm probably not lined up very well, but hopefully they do the right thing and they just kind of pull themselves together. I don't know if this station moved in any kind of way, because I do reset its orbit occasionally where I'll line it back up with the sun, but you know, there are things in this game that you just can't, it does not stay no matter what you do. It just doesn't stay. So I've really tried about this one, but it just doesn't want to do, you know, the game itself is fighting it in some way, shape, or form, so I'm not going to go against the game. So let's bump that over. Alright, good. And let's just get this thing docked up. What are we doing? Go, go, go. Yeah, that's a little off. Go down. There we go. Turn off the SAS, and boom, we're docked up, guys. Amazing. So I'll bring this over to the light side so we can actually see what we're doing. Yeah, that would have been nice, like, you know, probably about a minute and a half ago. But yeah, I can already tell it has changed a little bit, its orbit or something. I don't know exactly what happened, but I lined this thing up with the sun the last time I was here, so I don't know. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna do the fine-tuning afterwards, you know, like I said, and yeah. So I'll be adding a few more pieces to this here and there. Let me know if you guys want to see me adding more onto this, because I'll keep on adding more on, because I already have basically the layout set up for this station, minus a few things, but I will eventually add those as well. But yeah, just let me know if you guys want to see more of the setup for this base and for the station, and yeah. So anyways, guys, if you like what you see or subscribe, there's always more to come. To all you new people, welcome, and yeah, I will see you next time.